there are 3 red flags we should look for that will actually tell us it's time to change.
Big ones. Whenever you start feeling in your life like, oh my gosh, is this all there is? Huge red flag, number 1. Number 2, when you spend your energy being jealous or having the grass is greener over there, another big wake-up call for you that you're ready for a change. And then the other final red flag is if you're spending your life waiting to be happy. I'll be happy when? I'll be happy when I get married. I'll be happy when I change my job. I'll be happy when I launch a business. It's time to change now, because that moment's not coming unless you make it come.
But how do I know that I'm maybe just not living in a fantasy land, that I'm never gonna, no matter where I am, the grass is always greener concept, that I'll always say this could be better and I might be making change for change's sake, but it might not be really what I need?
Baloney. If you're still saying that to yourself over and over and over again and you're complaining, it's what you're really good at is ignoring your gut. And so it's time to start tuning into your gut and making some changes.
Okay, so if people see these signs, why don't they make changes then? I mean, what you just described is very depressing.
I can tell you why. I can tell you why. The reason why they don't make changes is because what happens is you say, okay, I want to do X. And then immediately what you see next are all the obstacles. And so you're actually smart. You're not necessarily afraid. You're smart because you think, how the hell am I going to go from being a lawyer to a carpenter when I have a mortgage to pay? I've got tuition bills to go. My wife is going to kill me if I make this kind of change. And so you get stuck because you see obstacles. And then you never do anything.
But those are very real obstacles.
Well,
okay, so how do I kind of get past those obstacles? Very easy. Let's say I recognize the warning signals.
Yep.
Okay, time for change. Danger, Will Robinson.
Yep.
This is not the right path. But it does seem Herculean, the hurdles I have to go over.
Of course, don't quit your job. That's number 1. Second thing is, I think most change in life is not about putting on a big cape and jumping off a cliff or out of an airplane. It's more like leaning into something. So if you find yourself daydreaming about something or wishing that you could change your life, start investigating. Start having conversations about it. Start leaning into change.
Stop crying and just keep hustling. Hustle is the most important word ever. And that's what you need to do. You need to work so hard. I mean, you start building your equity and your brand and whatever you're trying to accomplish after hours. Everybody has time. Stop watching fucking Lost. That's a good overheard, right? That was a good overheard. So, you know what I mean? I mean, if you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it. You need to care about everything, and it starts with yourself. If you want this, if you want bling bling, if you want to buy the jets, if you want to do shit, work. That's how you get it. Everybody has time. Stop watching fucking Lost. Look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I want to do every day for the rest of my life? Do that.
You are responsible for your life. And if you're sitting around waiting on somebody to save you, to fix you, to even help you, you are wasting your time, because only you have the power to take responsibility to move your life forward. What matters is now, this moment, and your willingness to see this moment for what it is, accept it, forgive the past, take responsibility, and move forward.
If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I can make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm gonna win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting what I do. You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down here at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique, and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life.
In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk. And I really think that that's true, right? I mean, a lot of people I think that, whenever it comes to, whenever you get yourself into a position where you have to make some big shift in direction or do something, there are always people are going to point to the downside risks of that decision. And locally, they're maybe right? I mean, for any given decision that you're going to make, there's upside and downside. But in aggregate, if you are stagnant and you don't make those changes, then I think you're guaranteed to fail, right? And not catch up. So to some degree, I think it's really right that over time, the biggest risk that you can take is to not take any risks.
Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle.
These words kept me up that night. He said, the ideal situation for a man or woman to die is to have family members praying with them as they cross over. He said, but imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, and that you, for whatever reason, you never went after that dream. You never acted on those ideas. You never used those talents. You never used those gifts. And there they are standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever. And the question is, if you died today, what dreams, what ideas, what talents, what books, what music, what leadership, what voice will die with you?
Because the resources had been so limited for so long, there were a lot of people who would say, God, if I only had access to a camera, I would make a movie. There's a lot of talk about it. I remember when I was in college, I would spend most of my time in my room writing screenplays, really bad screenplays, but I was in my room doing that when I probably should have been studying or something. There were a lot of people I remember at parties who would talk about writing and that they wanted to be a writer, but I would always notice that they were out. Every time I would happen to go out, they would always be out, and I just know that there are people who talk about what they would do if, but they're not actually doing the thing. And so it's a lot easier to actually write a screenplay than you think it is. It might not be good, but most people talk about writing screenplays but don't actually write them. The people who write them, you're already like in the top 10% because you actually have written it.
It takes courage to be successful. It is far easier not to be successful. Misery will always have company. Success breeds contempt. If you don't want to make waves, be mediocre, be normal, and fit in. And if you're more concerned about people than you are God, then neutralize everything He put in you. Just fit in with everybody else, dress like them, walk like them, act like them, eat like them, go where they go, think like they think, do what they do. And once you've neutralized your uniqueness, you don't need courage. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to go where you've never gone before. For some of you, it took courage to come to this conference. It takes courage to get you outside of the bar. It takes courage to be successful. It takes courage to win. People don't talk about people that don't win. If you win, they're going to talk about you. Do you have the courage to stand there though the storms keep raging and the people get to talking and you stand there and say, I've come too far to turn around? Touch your girlfriend and say, do you have the courage? I'm going to say something to you. It takes courage to be exceptional. It takes courage to be wise. It takes courage to be rich. It takes courage to be educated. It takes courage to be knowledgeable. Because the moment you do, but you don't talk like you forgot where you came from. Look at you, it takes courage. And I'm just wondering, in this weak, watered down, mediocre society that we live in today, in this reality TV world we live in today, I'm wondering if there's anybody left that's got the courage to say, after all I've been through, and all my ancestors have been through, and all my parents have been through, I didn't come through all of that just to fit in with normalcy. I have the courage to go after my